John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hello, my name is John Ulzheimer. I'm a consumer credit expert. I've been in the credit industry for almost 30 years. I've spent time at Equifax, which is one of the 3 generally recognized credit reporting agencies, and also FICO, which is obviously the company that invented the FICO credit scoring system. All right, so today's topic is going to be credit repair. And specifically, I'm going to give you a very general overview of the federal statute that not only defines what is a credit repair company or what makes a company a credit repair organization, and then also I'm going to talk about some of the rights that you enjoy as a consumer with respect to using credit repair organizations' services. All right, so there is a federal statute that essentially defines the rules with respect to what a credit repair company is and what a credit repair company is allowed to do and not allowed to do. It's called the Credit Repair Organizations Act, and most of the people in the credit industry just call it CROA. So if you ever hear someone refer to CROA, then they're referring to the Credit Repair Organizations Act. The purpose of the Credit Repair Organizations Act actually has 2 purposes. Number 1 is to inform consumers what types of services they're going to be receiving if they were to use a credit repair organization, or what type of services they should expect to receive and what kind of treatment they should expect to receive. And then second is it also is to inform consumers what acts of a credit repair organization might be considered deceptive and what acts are not allowed for under the Credit Repair Organizations Act. So let's just talk about what is a credit repair organization, all right? Before we talk about what they're allowed to do and not allowed to do, it's probably a good idea to at least define what it is. According to the law, a credit repair organization is a for-profit company that markets services in exchange for payment, and those services are designed to help a consumer improve their credit score, boost their credit score, lift their credit score, get derogatory information removed, get incorrect information removed, any derivative of that phrase to improve credit in exchange for payment, and you're for profit, then by law, even if you don't want to be one, you are a credit repair organization. So if you're that's fine. There's nothing illegal about being a credit repair organization. I'm certainly not, the adjudicator as to whether or not credit repair is good or bad. I'm just telling you what it is, and then you get to make your own decision as adults as to whether or not you want to use the services provided by credit repair organizations. So if you do find yourself in need of a credit repair organization, and most people who have good credit, there's no purpose to go to a credit repair organization because there's nothing to repair. So most of the people who go to credit repair organizations, generally speaking, are people who have poor credit. So they have bad credit scores, they have a lot of derogatory information polluting their credit reports, and so consumers believe that using the services of a credit repair organization can kind of, turn their fortunes around and get some of that information off their credit reports. So there's a couple of very, very specific do's and don'ts as it pertains to the Credit Repair Organizations Act. We're going to get to these in a minute. These are the big ones, but there's a couple of other ones that I want to talk to. They weren't so important that I wanted to write them down, but the credit repair company has to give you some disclosures. They have to let you know that you can do the same thing yourself at no cost. They have to give you the right to cancel your services at any particular time. They have to maintain records of the relationship with you for 2 years. And so there's some things that the credit repair company has to do kind of administratively in order to stay on the good side of the Credit Repair Organizations Act. But these are really the tip of the sword issues that you're going to want to become familiar with if you are, in fact, dealing with a credit repair company. One is how they're allowed to bill you and charge you for services. Credit repair companies are not allowed to charge you in advance, meaning that if I'm a credit repair company and you sign up for my services today, I can't bill you today for stuff I'm going to do for you tomorrow or next month. That's called bit charging in advance, and that is a big time no-no underneath CROA. And so CROA essentially states You can only charge once services have been fully rendered, okay? And most credit repair companies charge one of two ways. These are common billing structures in credit repair companies. Number one is billing at the end of the month for the services rendered the prior 30 days. So almost like sending a statement at the end of the month, almost like your credit card issuer does, and billing for services rendered the prior month. Another one that I don't want to say it's as common, but it certainly isn't uncommon, is what's called pay for delete, meaning, or bill for delete. So in other words, once a credit repair company gets something deleted from your credit report, they consider that to be services fully rendered, and so then they bill you once that occurs. And so that can be, in a week, in a month, in a half a year, whatever. It's whenever something is deleted because of their actions. And so that's generally how the credit repair companies have to bill and how they cannot bill. So if you run into a credit repair company, they're like, yeah, we're going to charge you $1,000 today to clean up your credit report over the next 3 months. Well, that's a violation of CROA, and you probably should go somewhere else. All right, this is the big one. Credit repair companies are not allowed to deceive you. They're not allowed to lie to you. They're also not allowed to essentially promote that you lie to any of the credit reporting agencies or to any lenders that furnish information to them. That's a huge no-no. Why do I bring this up? Shouldn't it be obvious that you're not supposed to lie? Yes. However, that doesn't mean that some of these companies don't try to get you to do it. And I have two very specific examples. One is the credit sweep. So you may see stuff online about credit sweeps. We do credit sweeps for $59 a month. Credit sweep involves you breaking the law. Let me explain how. Credit sweep is when you go to a police station and tell them you've been the victim of fraud, and you fill out a police report, and then you allege that all the bad stuff on your credit report is there because of fraudulent activities. In other words, you've been the victim of identity theft or fraud, and as long as you get this police report indicating that you filed a police report, all the stuff is supposed to be swept off your credit reports because of some of the rules around removing information that's caused by fraud. The problem is that the credit repair company just essentially told you to go lie to the someone at the police station, and you just filled out a fraudulent police report, which is a crime. So bad idea. I'm surprised I have to say that, but bad idea. The next one is also illegal. It is the use of an alternate identification number. So in other words, instead of using your social security number when you apply for credit, which is 9 digits, some companies will entice you or suggest that you pay to use what's called a credit privacy number, or CPN. Just to let you know, there is no such thing. You're going to find 1,000 articles about it in the blogosphere, but in the real and legitimate world of consumer credit, there's no such thing as a credit privacy number. It's this fictitious, made-up thing that credit repair companies pimp to their customers and then charge you for it. So what they'll do sometimes is get you to sign up for a tax ID number or an EIN, or an employee identification number, which by the way happens to also be 9 digits like a social security number. And then they tell you to go start using that when you apply for credit. And somehow that's supposed to allow you to kind of hide from the negative information that's being stored at the credit reporting agencies using a legitimate social security number. Another problem with these fake identification numbers is when you go to apply for credit, and you look at an application, and there's a spot on the application asking for your SSN or social security number. If you knowingly put a number there that is wrong, you've just committed fraud. And if you look at the small fine print on the application, or do 8 seconds of research on any reputable website like the FTC's website and some other enforcement agency websites, you're going to see that using false information on an application is a crime. So anyways, I hope this gives you a pretty good overview of CROA. It's not a really long statute. You can actually read CROA in about 5 minutes. It's really not that long. It's less than 10 pages, and it's good stuff. You can find it at the FTC's website. If you just Google, hey, what is the Credit Repair Organizations Act, you'll find it. So if you have any questions, or if you want to argue with me about this, which a lot of people seem to like to do, go ahead and drop the arguments in the comment section. I'll get to them as quickly as I can. And it's been great talking to you, and have a nice rest of your day. We'll talk again soon.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.